Yes guys, it's your boy Cam, CTB, Cam Does Boxing, back with another video. You saw in the thumbnail. The question is Canelo ducking the top dogs of the division? Let's talk about it. Let's go straight into it. Canelo Alvarez will be fighting in May against John Ryder, who is his mandatory challenger. A lot of people aren't really happy with this fight. A lot of people think it's a bit underwhelming and there's other fighters he could have fought. But one thing I want to say is, are people not realising this is his mandatory challenger? John Ryder is no pushover. Yes, he's lost to the likes of Rocky Fielding and Callum Smith, who Canelo has already beaten. But he's still he's one of the top guys in the division, and do I need to say it again? He's Canelo's mandatory challenger. John Ryder arguably beat Callum Smith, who is the best super middleweight in the world at the time, and he's coming off a Danny Jacobs win, and a Zach Parker win. So look, rightfully so, John Ryder is deserving of his chance at Undisputed or his world title shot. So I think, look, that's one thing to just get out of the way. But in the bigger scheme of things, look, I hear a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people over the years just talking about Canelo and whether he handpicks his fights. But what I want to say is, number one, please share in the comments, guys, who do you think he's ducking? Which fighter? The one that comes to mind and that's kind of most obvious is maybe David Benavidez. People think he's, kind of avoiding that fight. Obviously, he said he doesn't want to fight Mexicans. People think that that could be someone who could potentially beat him. He's got fast hands, he's got power, he comes forward, he has great stamina. And I don't know, that's the thing. With David Benavidez, obviously, for me, I don't think he's ducking David Benavidez. I just think the time is just not right. He's got other business at the moment. Look, if he goes up to fight Dimitri Bivol at 175 pounds, who all of you are, and including myself, rate so highly as one of the best pound for pound boxers in the world. Wait a minute, but then Canelo's the one who went and fought him. So that's he takes risks. He went up to 175, where arguably he shouldn't even be there. I said it the other day. He's not even a 168 pounder. He's probably a 160 pounder because he was obviously rehydrating quite a lot when he was back down at 154 pounds. So 160 pounds is like the right weight for him. But yeah, with David Benavidez, what I'd say about David Benavidez is, David admits himself he's not ready for Canelo. He said it a couple of times. He said he wants the likes of Plant, David Morrell, Jamal Charlo before he gets that Canelo fight. So, and a lot of people would, and I think Canelo beats Benavidez anyway. It'll be a great fight. So I don't think he's ducking Benavidez, but maybe the way he's acting might seem that way, might make people think that. But then even so, Canelo's not old, and he's acting like he's about to retire. He hasn't dragged the fight out. As long as the fight happens within the next 2-3 years, Canelo's the one who's getting older anyway compared to Benavidez. Benavidez will get better and better. So I don't know what you're moaning about. Obviously, then the second thing is, who else you saw in the thumbnail? Jamal Charlo. His brother Jamel, who's undisputed at 154, and obviously is currently injured, hence didn't manage to fight Tim Zhu in Australia. He's admitted himself that his brother's ducked a fight with Canelo. Apparently, Jamal has rejected a fight with Canelo in the past. So I don't think he's ducking Jamal Charlo as well. Obviously, what I would say to that is, I would say that obviously Canelo has taken the Matchroom offers instead of the Showtime offers. Showtime normally, I think they offered him, I think it was Errol Spence and Benavidez. I'm not even sure if Charlo was in there. So, and plus, come on, guys, let's be realistic. You think Jamal Charlo, who struggled against whatever his name was, Montiel, who's been inactive for various reasons, and I'm sure some of them might be personal reasons, which I appreciate that, but they're not beating Canelo. No way. In my opinion, let me know what you think in the comments, guys, but they are not beating Canelo Alvarez. And obviously, I would say sometimes I do think to myself, when Canelo was at 154 pounds, why didn't he go for Jamel? If that, do you get what I mean? So I understand. I do think, but then you just got to look at Canelo's resume. Cotto, Triple G, Khan, Liam Smith, Danny Jacobs, Dimitri Bivol, and the list goes on. The list goes on and on. Mayweather, he dares to be great, you know. But then look, the one that I would say seems like the one that I think seems most likely that he potentially is kind of steering away from is the fight with Boo Boo, Demetrius Andrade. People say Andrade, same thing. The reason I say that is obviously at 160, Andrade was the WBO champion. Canelo could have been undisputed. He had one belt left. He was fighting with DAZN. Andrade's with DAZN, and he moved up to 168. He didn't go for the undisputed. What? That's one thing we never talk about. Why Andrade and become undisputed at 160? Look, I know he became undisputed at 168, but I just think, look, wouldn't you want to be a two-weight undisputed champion? Canelo could have easily become undisputed at 160. I'm sure even now he could go down to 160, and he would probably clean up the division. Who are there? Lara. He had a tough fight against Lara actually, but that's the thing with Andrade. Andrade has moved up to 168 as well. And with Andrade, a lot of people, he doesn't really get the big fights because look, he's a high risk, low reward type of fighter. He's got an awkward style, and he is a good boxer. You have to give it to Andrade. Obviously, we've had that kind of back and forth confrontation at the post Saunders fight, and that's another fighter. Look, Billy Joe Saunders. See, that is the thing, guys. You look at his resume. When he fought Callum Smith, okay, yeah, he might have been a bit rehydrated, or it might have been like a short notice, but it might have been like he might have had a short camp. But Callum Smith, I didn't even think Canelo would go for someone like Callum Smith, especially when he was at 160. I was thinking, blimey, he's going up to 168. I thought, yeah, he might go for a Rocky Fielding. Then he actually cleaned up the division. Billy Joe Saunders. I thought Billy Joe Saunders was going to beat Canelo. I'll be honest with you. I thought Billy Joe Saunders would beat Canelo. I thought he would do a Tyson Fury to Klitschko on Canelo. That's what I thought would happen. No, he absolutely destroyed Billy Joe Saunders. Callum Smith, I thought he's too big, too strong, it's too far for Canelo. Absolutely battered him pillar to post. Then he fights Caleb Plant, and you think, okay, now is this the one who's going to beat him? Sharp, smart boxer, so skillful. He was persistent. He broke him down. He broke him down. And then he moves up to 175 pounds to fight Dimitri Bivol, who is a harder fight stylistically than Artur Beterbiev, probably. He probably would have had more of a chance to beat Artur Beterbiev. And he went for Dimitri Bivol, and now he wants to rematch Dimitri Bivol. And no, it's not at 168. He wants to rematch. Let's just get this straight. He wants to rematch Dimitri Bivol in September at 175 pounds. If you don't think he's daring to be great, if you think he's ducking fighters, I don't know what's wrong with you. He's fighting fighters that are better than who you claim is ducking. What I would say is the three fighters I've put in the thumbnail, I'd love him to fight those guys. I think, and that's where I'd resonate with you guys. Look, I'm up for debate with this. I'm not really like heated about this topic. This is just my viewpoint. Like, I'm open for put in your comments what you think, guys. Like, I think I'd love for him to fight Jamal Charlo. I'd love for him to fight David Benavidez, and I'd love for him to fight Andrade, because I want to see how they go. I want to see how those fights go. And when he had that DAZN offer, and when he had that Showtime offer, I think it was Errol Spence at 164.5 pounds, and it was David Benavidez. Or he could have taken DAZN, the DAZN package, the deal, which was Dimitri Bivol and I can't remember now. Was it a Triple G trilogy, I probably would have preferred the Showtime fight, because the Showtime deal, because Errol Spence, that's a mega fight, that's a super fight, and then you got Benavidez, which is a monster fight as well. But you can't knock Canelo. He went up to 175 pounds to dare to be great and to fight Dimitri Bivol, and then he got the trilogy against Triple G, which is it was a good fight. Well, it was too late, but you don't blame him. He just wants to end that chapter. He's a smart businessman. He knows Triple G was past it. So guys, look, overall, I don't think Canelo ducks anyone. Look, I think he's smart. I think he does what kind of Mayweather does. Look, people still to this day claim Mayweather picked him, mix and matched, kind of, picked, he chose the right timings for, picking his opponents. But look, I think overall, Canelo fights the best. I hope he does, and I'm sure he will fight the likes of Benavidez, Charlo, Andrade. And look, we just got to be patient. But guys, let me know what you think. I'll be back with another video. Talking numbers on the phone while I'm getting